Hey Mo.
Hi Charles.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks for having us.
Of course, thank you so much for coming. It's always nice to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Can you start to telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, my name is Charles Jaque and I work with builders around the city, and I've been working with Devron for over a dozen years. And I've had the pleasure of working on 101 Spadina for about 8 years now. And what our firm does is we work with builders around the GTA as consumer market experts.
Thank you, Charles, for joining us today. We're thrilled to learn more about 101 Spadina, one of the most anticipated development in the city. I think this project has a lot of unique aspects. So can you tell us what inspired the idea about this project?
This is Devron's vision, and their whole mission as a company, Devron's the builder, their whole mission as a company is to design buildings that are built for the end user. Their motto is built to last. And so this is another one of their long history of portfolio of projects that focuses on investing in AAA locations as a builder, that have unobstructed views for the long run, that have sunlight all day long, that have green space next to them, where they can really invest into the building and make this end user building that's truly designed, whether it's going to be someone who's renting or someone who owns in the building. They're going to own something unique, that's exclusive, that's beautiful, that functions really well, and that tackles a lot of the issues that people have with condo living, because condo living is a big transition from low-rise freehold detached homes. And so what they're doing is they're creating homes from the condos. And this is a vision that comes from the whole philosophy behind Devron. Everyone at Devron is all focused on the same philosophy together, to try and bring these high quality end user homes to market in a beautiful, well-designed building that's going to hold its value and appreciate over time. It's going to be unique, characteristic, and a wonderful place to live for the end user.
Spadina is one of the unique streets in the city.
That's right.
It's the second widest avenue in Toronto.
You're right.
It has a lot of history and heritage. So how does this project integrate it with the character of the Spadina area?
You're right. So Spadina is the second widest boulevard in the city. The widest is University Avenue, and then it's Spadina, which makes it a great location to be living on because you have more room to breathe, more views up and down Spadina. We're in the heart of the Heritage Conservation District, right? And if you look at studies that were done of property appreciation, you'll see that you have more property appreciation happening faster in heritage conservation districts. And that's one of the specific reasons that Devron chose this location. And they chose to work with Audax architects, who are one of the most sought after architects for unique and characteristic buildings in the GTA. And the principal of Audax, he's a professor at the University of Toronto. He studied at Harvard, he studied at Berkeley. His name's Giampiero Pugliese. And he's actually writing a book on his philosophy of architecture, which is called Human Architecture. And so his philosophy on architecture is a mix between traditional and modern, and the timelessness of blending this human architecture, what he calls human architecture, that he's writing this book on. And that fits in so well with this location here at 101 Spadina on the second widest boulevard in the city and in the Heritage Conservation District, and walking distance to the banking district, walking distance to all the tech jobs, the shopping on Queen Street, the entertainment, the restaurants, the hotels on King Street, the heart of the entertainment district, with the sunshine all day long and the unobstructed views. You get the best of both worlds here. And then all the low rise to the west with the community centers and the schools and the parks. That's how Devron has chosen this location and designed a building to fit in perfectly with the location that's designed for the end user.
Amazing. How does the Devron cater this idea of aligning so many things such as end user focus, sustainability, resale value, unique architecture?
Their philosophy, their model here is, with a 40-story tower, you could do 600 apartments, right? And most of the new buildings that are coming out at this height have about 600 apartments. And so Devron's philosophy here is we'll do 360 apartments instead, right? So almost half as many apartments, which means that it's more exclusive. There's less reselling happening on the secondhand market. There's less renters in the building, right? And overall, there's less wear and tear on the building, on the amenities. It's a more exclusive building. And by doing that, it's better for resale values, it's more exclusive, it's better for the end user. And the way they're doing that is by having bigger suites in the building, which is unique. Most builders are going as small as possible, right? And then by doing that, you get more units in the building. So it makes it a better building overall for the people actually living in the building by doing these larger suites and doing less of them. But also, Devron actually saves a lot of money because they're saving on 250 kitchens or 300 bathrooms, or the development charges for an additional 250 units that they're not building. So in total, on a tower like this, a 40-story tower, they're saving about $20 million, right? And they take those savings and they reinvest it into the design, the architecture, the finishes, but also what goes in behind the walls, right? Like the mechanical systems, the fresh air, the leak-proof systems, the acoustic installation. They're taking what can be some of the downsides of condo living and helping fix them. Elevator wait times are going to be less here. First of all, you have less residents in the building, so the resident to elevator ratio is better, but then the elevators are actually faster than the standard building code elevators, right? And so it's those types of things that are all coming together to make a better building in the long run for the people that are actually living in it, which in turn, as someone who owns the property who's maybe not living in it, or when it comes time to resell it or to rent it out, it's a more unique property, right? And these unique properties tend to appreciate better in the long run and appreciate faster. And people like to collect them, right? People collect things like art, right? Real estate, and this is something that, if you can, is very special to hold in your real estate portfolio, in your collection, for you and your family to maybe live in one day, or maybe rent it out or sell it in the future.